We the team. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Lauren, one half of the Syrups. Y'all know the Syrups, right? Hold up, let me get this music turned down just a wee bit. I'm not used to this whole streaming thing, alright? I don't do the streams very often. Yeah, Lauren, one half of the Syrups. You guys know the Syrups, right? We're tasty. We're delicious. Hey everybody, good to see all these faces. I'm sorry I haven't been around. I have been the terrible one in the relationship. No relation to the Surfs. The Surfs is a totally separate beast. I'm Lauren, one half of the Syrups, here for a pretty momentous occasion. Hey chat, I'm gonna try and do the thing where I respond to the thing. I don't get the Syrups. It's not an inside joke. It's there's just certain rules, things you can and cannot do on other platforms. I don't know how much I can get into details when it comes to this. Let's just say that I'm Lauren of the Syrups, and this has nothing to do with the Surfs, and that'll be it. For legal purposes, you're watching the Syrups. So thanks for joining us, and welcome to the program. Yeah. There you go. Now everyone gets it. I've been excited for the Vaush versus Destiny debate for a very, very, very long time. And I thought it was coming in March. And instead, apparently, last night we got a 20-minute teaser, deliciousness. Why do I always wear headphones when I stream? Kinda, if I don't, you'll hear a lot of feedback. It'll sound terrible. It'll be awful. Because I'm gonna play video. Here, let me go to my React Andy room, designed specifically for all y'all. Ooh, pretty. Look at this. So I'm going to be React Andy into this content, and thereby gaining the copyright in real time. Because that's how things work, right? Syrups, can you say hi to the Syrups for me? I will. No relation, though. I don't even have a lot of time to hang out with them. Syrups have never done an illegal drug and do not condone. Absolutely. No. This debate is a shit show, by the way. Oh, that got deleted before I could approve it. Well, never mind. Vaush seemed so hurt yesterday. This clip was horrific. Man bun. Wow, a lot of things coming out. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. I think Vaush is what? He's the heavyweight contender in terms of debate lords on the left. Destiny, of course, is the one who kind of set the blueprint for edgelordy debatiness on the internets. And I guess I've wanted to see them go head-to-head for a very long time. So this is very exciting for me. I don't know if it's exciting for all of y'all. It seems like all of you have seen this already. I'm reading the chat right now. Destiny went way overboard. Vaush said Destiny had bad faith personalities that hurt him. Headphone warnings for this one. Literally screaming match. Look at the Syrup Andy over here. Vaush was chill as fuck afterwards. Well, as someone who knows nothing about encounters with Destiny, because I am, again, the Syrups, I have spoken to some members of the Surfs who have had some encounters with Destiny, and I've been of the mind, or I've been inside the camp for a long time, of basically saying that I think Destiny has done a whole bunch of good in terms of debating all the right-wingers, the alt-righters, all those ghouls that we all make fun of, way before I was even on the internet. Well, I was on the internet, but before any of you knew the Syrups. Boy, this is going to be weird. How late does it start? Well, I'm going to start the whole thing. I haven't seen any of it, so I want to watch the thing in its entirety. Vaush has constantly praised Destiny, as have I. As have the Syrups. Anyways, I've been in that camp too. And I was in that camp up until the whole lefty arc. All right. Around the time of the lefty arc, I was basically like, I'm not really here for this. I don't really know what's happening. Destiny wasn't able to kind of just run a steamroller through the left the same way he was through the right. For examples of this, you should watch Ben Burgess, the second debate with Destiny, which I believe is on the Surfs channel, no relation. Perhaps the Michael Alberts one, which is 3 hours long, but I think that's on Faraday Speaks channel. Or I think the Surfs have a 2-on-1 with Destiny and Harkdan, all of which are quite entertaining debates. But this, I guess, is the big one, right? This is the one everyone's been waiting for. Vaush versus Destiny. We have what does Vaush identify as? Is he's an anarchist? I think he's an anarcho-communist. No, he's an anarcho-syndicalist. Chat, you can correct me. I know you'll throw it up here faster. Destiny has been praised by everyone. Yeah, because he set the blueprint for all that. That's right. There's no clips. You can't do anything to this. I love it. No clips. I can say whatever I want. He's a syndicalist, anarcho-syndicalist. Okay, cool. Oh, market socialist. No, he's further left than a market socialist. Remember when Destiny did not know what a social democrat was left wing? That other guy, the serfs, were the ones that pointed that out. Vaush is anarcho-syndicalist. That's what I thought. Okay, so an anarcho-syndicalist versus an omni-liberal. Interesting. I'm ready for this. I think I'm the only one here of all 300 people watching right now who hasn't seen this. So yay me. That's ooh, all right. I'm excited. My body's ready. All right, my body's ready. Let's do this. I'm just gonna make sure these levels are all right. I'm not used to streaming, you see.
All right. What do you got? What's up?
Are you not going to get banned for this?
I got it muted. I get triggered as fuck when lefties talk about finance. It triggers the fuck out of me. So you triggered me enough to bring me on. What's up?
Wonderful. Do you have any contentions with what you've heard?
I haven't listened to anything, but I imagine it's some real dumb shit, so catch me up.
Oh, that's very uncharitable of you. Very much like the video that I just had the displeasure of watching.
Okay,
Nice.
I'll watch the original.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, your arguments here are completely untenable. I say this sincerely. You probably don't believe me. Never heard anyone say no poor people can move, only that there are substantial institutional barriers, and that people who make bootstrappy individualist arguments, as you have here, about how it's financial.
Nobody's making bootstrappy individual argument. So all I'm saying is that one of the biggest ways.
So you said there's some hard R slurs in this. That's okay on YouTube, right? YouTube's okay with the hard R. I assume. I'm not very familiar with this platform, being the SERPs and all. I think we'll be okay. Anyways, I do have to watch the video that they are referencing here. I haven't seen it. Everyone in chat is telling me apparently it's super uncharitable. Do not watch it. YouTube is okay with it. Hard R's, yeah, okay. I mean, come on, this is the Nazi platform. How many Nazis are on here? They just got rid of Nick Fuentes. Like, he just left. Like, come on. How long has he been doing whatever the fuck he does?
Ways you can control your budget is control the place you live in. And that sometimes, if you're a poor person, sometimes moving to a different area can be a good way managing your budget. That's all I'm saying. Is there anything there that you disagree with?
Yeah, that sometimes the costs associated with moving are substantial and they can prevent people from moving, especially if you're disabled or have a family.
Okay.
Yeah, substantially so. You do realize the entire video that I have just watched of yours is a screed of arguments you would have argued against 2 years ago. Some of these arguments are riddled with survivorship bias. Some of them sound very similar to arguments.
You're going way over course. So if you're like a fucking disabled war veteran with a family of 27 or whatever, and
no. If you're a regular, one of the many Americans who lives paycheck to paycheck or can't afford a $300 emergency, not if you're a disabled war veteran with 87 children whose both legs were broken.
If you can't afford anything in your life, then how are you even affording your current rent?
What? Because moving is an additional cost because you add it to the existing
much, and you'd be
cost.
saving money after moving. You'd move to someplace cheaper.
For one, I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to do that thing where I'm gonna try and pepper this in with facts and figures as we go along here. But I want to let Vaush do his thing. I'm hoping he's gonna push back on that though, because those are very easily refutable facts.
Know what your experience has been moving around when you're poor, but usually moving to a place that is so cheaper that it is very quickly outpacing the initial expense of moving means you're going to be moving very, very, very much farther from places where you can find work or places where you already have inroads. If you have children,
right now
this
in the
becomes
United
infinitely
States is
harder.
the lowest it's ever been in the history of the whole world. If you can't find a
Okay, well, yeah, I'll do one quick thing there. Unemployment is quite low right now, but that's not because there's a surplus of amazing, incredible jobs. Just, they're raining from the sky right now. There happens to be a loss of contract jobs as well as jobs that provide healthcare, health insurance, benefits, stuff like that. What there is an incredible surplus of right now is part-time jobs as well as the app economy. I'm sure a handful of you have phones, right? So if you have one of these, thanks to companies like Uber, DoorDash, you can basically work forever. It's fantastic. So there's more jobs than ever before. You just have to work for, barely any pay, no benefits, and a lot of the costs are unloaded onto the employees themselves. So if you are an Uber driver, of course, all the maintenance, the gas, the repairs, all that kind of stuff, that goes onto you, and you get paid fucking shit wage. So yeah, there's more jobs than ever before. before. You can work until the end of days. You can work until there's no body left and you're just a husk of a human being. And at the same time, yeah, employment numbers are, plummeting because of that. That doesn't mean that, people aren't able to make ends meet. That doesn't mean that the average American, like the statistic that Vaush just said earlier, that's entirely true. They're $300 away from calamity, typically.
Job at 3.5%.
Right, you should kill yourself. Yeah, I know.
Probably, yeah. You're not going to make it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And this is.
Wait, he said, I gotta watch that video. He said you should kill yourself? Was that it? Like, if you're too poor to make ends meet, you should kill yourself? Or if you're too poor to move to a cheaper place, you should kill yourself? Oh, I gotta watch this video. See, I hate out of context. Yes. Jesus Christ. It's like watching an atheist and a theist argue over the feelings of a book. You said it in the original video? Fuck me. I didn't know that. Ooh, I gotta watch this video. What is the video called? I hate the pores? Is that it? I'll just Google I hate the pores.
Wait. So let's immediately drop the argument you can't find work. That's a bullshit claim. You
wait,
can find
what?
Work.
You do? Wait. The unemployment being low doesn't mean that you can just instantly find a fucking job when you move. You would say this. The opportunity cost of moving is substantial. It's not just the first and last month you put down as a deposit.
College student world.
What the fuck do you don't know, Destiny? You don't know anything about me.
Mr. Mommy and Daddy paid for your school. I promise you I know more than you about this, okay? So
then respond.
Okay, so we're 2 minutes and 52 seconds in, and we're already at the hardcore personal attacks. Wow. All right.
The fucking arguments rather than characterizing what I have to say. The first and last month's rent deposit, the actual cost of moving, the opportunity cost of leaving your job. These are huge institutional barriers that you don't give a fuck about because you're so triggered by the left.
Lefty dumb shit. Let me know
what argument have I made that's leftist. This is social democracy.
Okay, so firstly, it's 1 month's deposit is what you have to come up with. Okay,
sure. Many places require 2 months deposit.
If they require 2 months deposit and you pay 2 months deposit on your last house, that means that your last month of rent is fucking free. So you need to come up with 1 month's deposit.
Nope, because renters will often do everything they can to squeeze you out of whatever deposit you put in the beginning. They will actively do everything in their power.
Are you talking first, last, and deposit, or are you talking just a deposit? What are you talking about now, Vaush? Because now you're complaining your terms.
The deposit that you put in at the beginning, the security deposit that gets taken from whenever you do damage to the apartment.
Last month. You're not talking about first and last month. You're just talking about just the deposit.
The deposits typically can be about 2 months long. There's a huge financial barrier there to overcome. You can't just say like, hey, poors, pack up your stuff and leave and go somewhere else until you find better rent somewhere else. And even finding rent alone can be difficult in certain areas. I mean, there's a huge amount of things stacked on top of each other here.
The deposit is the cost of
okay, cool. Okay, you don't know any about this. That's fine. So
what?
You have to come up with a new deposit.
You put down the first month's rent, and you put in the month's rent for the deposit.
Sure. So
and that segment usually gets taken out in large part by the renters. Why are you so fucking mad, dude? All of these are arguments you would have made against Sargon 2 years ago.
That's true.
No, it's actually the same arguments that I've always made. As I've said, one of the things that worries me about when I talk about systemic or structural things is there will always be clueless, dumb fuck college kids like you.
You haven't made a single counter argument to my point. I know you're really fucking mad that you're getting talked down to right now by one of your previous chatters, but if you could address the arguments I'm making.
Oh, let me know. Are you done? Can I actually finish a fucking sentence?
Is it a point?
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So just because there are systemic or structural barriers in front of you doesn't mean that you are literally a handicapped, mindless fucking retard that cannot do anything.
Holy shit. Oh man. It's a good thing I'm not watching this on other platforms right now, cause yeah, you weren't kidding. Wow. Yeah, this is nuts. This is fire. We're 4 minutes and 41 seconds into it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is an absolute shit show. All right, yeah, I'm here for it, I guess.
anything in your
Nobody
life.
said this.
Every
Why is
single-
everything out of
Oh,
your
let me
mouth a
know- let me know
straw
when you're done.
man?
Let me know when you're done.
Why is everything a straw man? I'm sorry. I thought that we could interrupt you
think that-
anytime I
do you
took
think that-
contention with one of your points.
do you
Is that
think that
not
it's
something you like to say at the
literally-
beginning of debates?
So do you think that it's literally impossible for every poor person to move to?
Nobody believes that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
That's a
you
straw
have to
man.
come up with a deposit. Sure. That's one thing you have to do. One, you said just find a new job after you move. Obviously, you fucking moron, you would find a job before fucking moving. You can comprehend that, right? You know
Most
that's a
people
possible thing
can't
you could do.
afford a $300 emergency. I'm aware of the fact that it is possible to move. Nobody is arguing against that. Only that it is very difficult. There are systemic barriers which prevent people from doing this easily. And
There's also a lot of situations in which you might just have to move because of a crisis, right? And that being said, you will move before you find a job. Like, not everyone is like, I have to get my life in perfect order, and then I'm going to, quit living where I'm living. I'm going to finish my lease. I'm going to pay up all my outstanding debts. Then I'm going to move to a new area where I've already secured a job, and then I'm going to begin finding rent, and that's just how life works.
And in some areas, it is not possible to find a cheaper apartment within that city unless you're willing to literally go into like Skid Row area, which can be a danger post for a lot of people. If you have kids, all of these issues are multiplied exponentially. Moving.
No one here is saying it's not hard to move. All I said
Nobody's saying
was
it's
that-
impossible to move, Destiny.
Then
Why
what
do you
is your
keep arguing
contention
against
with
this
what I've
straw
said?
man?
All I've said is that moving sometimes is a really good way to reduce your budget. But
No,
oftentimes
your
people-
video, we just went over your fucking video, dude. It was riddled not only with open contempt for the poor, but individualist
Open
arguments.
contempt for the poor. Okay, Captain.
Kill
fucking
yourself if you're
condescension.
unemployed.
Okay.
Kill yourself if you're unemployed. I've never said kill yourself if you own a
I say
business.
I'm saying that if you're using the excuse that it's impossible to find a new job in a market with the unemployment as low as
Nobody
it ever
said.
has
Why
been
do you
in-
keep saying impossible? Why do you keep
Because
doing
you're the one
that?
saying you can't find a new job.
No, I said it's difficult. I'm pretty sure I've been
How is
clear
it
with my
difficult?
language.
It's easier now than it ever has been in the history of the United States, Vaush. What does difficult mean to you?
Yeah, finding a job can be difficult. I can turn on my phone and I can be an Uber driver, but like finding a sustainable job that I'll even push this out of the realm of possibility that I like. Okay, so that's just a fantasy, and okay, I'm fine with pushing that fantasy out of the way. That's totally cool. But finding a job that might actually provide me with benefits or provide me with a living wage. Oh, thank you, Solange Boutreau. Ah, c'est un très bon nom. It's hard to find jobs that pay you a living wage. Yes, that's what the majority of Americans seem to be saying, right? I love that you pause it and it's just a moment of ASMR. Well, yes, I'm trying to bring everyone down back to some lovely ASMR because this is it's quite intense. But I can find a minimum wage job, no problem. That doesn't mean it's going to be a job that can sustain me, sustain my family. There's going to be any kind of health benefits. There's a lot of other factors at play here. I'm astounded at where this is going so quickly, by the way. 6 minutes and 22 seconds. And I'll give credit where credit is due right now. Vaush, calm-ish. I mean, as calm as you can be when someone's screaming at you, right? But trying his best to pull it away from, ad hominems, strawmen, any of these kind of ancillary, let's talk about, and personal shit. This seems to be getting personal every now and then, right? Pull it back to, hey, can we just actually talk about this issue?
Those are two unrelated points. Whether or not
How
it's
is
easier,
unemployment
whether or
unrelated?
not
How easy is
it is easier now, doesn't mean it's suddenly easy to get a job. Circumstances vary depending on where you live. I thought you would be aware of that. It depends on what city you're
aware
in.
of that because I've actually looked for fucking jobs that aren't just doing fucking YouTube commentary before. And
What
I've
do you
seen
think?
other poor people
What do
look
you
for
think
jobs that
I
aren't just being a
did
fucking
before
video
doing
game streamer.
YouTube?
What?
You and I, you started doing streaming younger than I started doing streaming. Why are you talking down to me
I
with my
started
real
younger
life
than you
job
because I had to
experience?
quit school because mommy and daddy didn't pay for my education because I worked in my entire fucking college.
I worked for 2 years before school so I could pay my way through it, and I worked during.
Wow, yeah. So it's just evolved into complete personal attacks at this point. Which are, somewhat spurious. I don't know anything about Vaush's past. I don't know if he's, the wealthy benefactor of a whole bunch of money. I have no idea if his mommy and daddy did pay for school, anything like that. We're making a lot of assumptions here.
During school. I'm pretty sure I've had more jobs than you before getting into streaming. Why are you so insistent on attacking my character?
And you found it with no college degree? How did you find those jobs, Vaush?
Well, one of them, I was nearly homeless because there were literally no jobs in the small college town that
And they could have been shitty jobs. Chat, So is it safe to say you're not moving into Destiny's streamer house serfs? Well, first, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not the serfs. This is I'm the syrups. So you're watching the syrups right now. The syrups reviewing the Destiny versus Vaush debate. As some people know, it's a naughty thing to watch this man on other platforms because he's. And hey, by the way, when it comes to jobs, I don't know if anyone here has worked in any kind of shitty minimum wage job. I, for example, have worked at 2 different fast food places. Both of them being one of them being at a movie theater chain in Canada. The other one being at another movie theater chain in Canada, of which is the only job I've been fired from. By the way, that's another story. The syrups can tell you that another day. Both jobs, minimum wage, working fucking terrible hours at a job you hate, watching the clock until the time runs down, and then fucking getting your paycheck and realizing you're not making fucking anything. It's dehumanizing. It fucking sucks. Like it only takes one fast food job to really make you realize how fucking shitty these things can be. Thank you so much for that the $2 donation, Django Fett.
I was in. I didn't have any way to get to them. Arcata, California. I had a very hard time finding jobs there. I searched for 6 months.
I'm sorry, hold on. When you say Arcata, just so I can understand.
Sorry, I've worked so many shitty low wage jobs. I've worked $2.13 an hour. $2.13 an hour as a waitress? How is that legal? Well, I'll tell you how that's legal. I don't know if they're going to bring it up in this debate, but the number one form of theft in the United States, property theft, breaking and entering, all these kind of things. What's the number one form of theft? Because chat, if you figured out before I say it, I'm guessing a lot of people here, this audience probably knows, it's wage theft. It's employers just not paying their employees. Either overtime, sometimes just not the money. Like they just straight up don't pay them. That's the number one form of theft in the United States by a monstrous margin. Like it's not even close how much, and it's in large part due to the fact that the United States is not well equipped to deal with wage theft. They don't have, like, it's not like the police show up at the boss's job. They have to have this own a separate department that actually deals with that, and they're woefully understaffed to deal with these kind of things. I think something like less than 10% actually get brought to justice for that. So yeah, wage theft, fucking garbage.
You're talking about Arcadia?
No, Arcata, California. It's in Northern California.
Is that a different place? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I had a really hard time finding a job there. Now, there were jobs in adjacent cities, but the public transport there was really bad.
Okay, wait, sorry. Hey, what? Nick Fuentes was watching and rooting for Destiny? Oh my. Wow. We have a dark alliance. Yes. It was not something we could have foreseen, but here we are. Nick fucking Fuentes. Wow. Didn't Destiny rip him apart? Wasn't he like, you're the fucking Nazi who picks his nose? No longer on YouTube, by the way, deplatform. But I'm sure he'll find a wonderful new home on DLive. DLive, it's the blockchain-based streaming platform where Nazis go to thrive. Check it out. Go check out DLive.
So I kept looking for stuff nearby. Now, could I have moved? I'm sure I could have dredged something up from my parents' bank account if I really wanted to. I got very lucky because some folks liked me on YouTube, I guess, thanks to your community for giving me that kickstart. But man, oh man, dude, nobody is saying it's impossible.
So then what is the option? If you live in a place that's too expensive for you, what should you do then, Vaush? Should you just fucking keel over and fucking die? Can you tell me what a person like that should do?
I think it depends on their circumstances, and I think it's my responsibility as a public.
Walk me through some options. Walk me through some options. Okay. What should you do if the place you live in is too expensive for you to afford, Vaush?
Let me finish this point.
Okay.
I think the circumstances depend massively on
so you're not going to give me an answer?
No, I am. Holy shit, dude.
Just curious, because I can give you a million fucking answers, because I'm not a fucking moron.
I'm sure we both can. Why are you so intent on speaking down to me? I'm trying to. What I'm trying to say, though, and I think this is very important, is that as a public figure, admittedly not as big as you, but I try, I think I should be...
Oh my God. Just, can I go get a drink, and then you can come back when you tell me, it's my responsibility to talk about policy, blah, blah, blah. I'm just asking you, what should a poor person do if they're in a place they can't afford? I don't need you to give me your fucking spiel about bullshit, whatever, talking to your audience or whatever. By the way, none of which are probably fucking homeless and poor if they're watching a guy talk about fucking politics on the internet. So I'm curious. Tell me what you should do.
I want to be a rap god.
You live in a place you can't afford.
Would you like to get back to League? Because I have a feeling you're not really interested.
No, I just want to hear the answer to that without you going on some fucking diatribe about blah, 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 blah. I'm just curious. If somebody lives in a place that they can't afford, what options are before them?
There are a wide variety of options. One of them, obviously, is moving. I don't disagree with that.
We agree then. I'm so glad we had this talk. Is there anything else that we disagree on?
Well, debate over, everybody. Yeah, Finn. Yeah, this is a great freeze frame. Oh, Art House Politics is here. No way. Hey, huge shout out to Art House Politics. If you haven't already checked them out, fucking hilarious shit. I know this is going to be derailing the topic a little bit, but I am more than pleased to fucking do a little plug. This stream is sponsored by Art House Politics, as well as DLive. Yes, DLive, the streaming platform for Nazis. The two can be the same. Anyways, yeah, Art House Politics is fucking based. Go check their shit out. Also, they are going to be on Means TV along with a whole bunch of other bread tubers. Means TV is launching, I think, at the end of the month. So yeah, check that shit out.
That was the video that I just watched.
Yeah, that was the whole point of what I said. I said one of the largest expenses that you have as a person. Two things: you have a car and a house. Sometimes people buy cars that are too expensive. Sometimes people live in places that are too expensive. And moving can be a really good way of controlling costs. That was my whole fucking argument. Not that every single fucking poor problem in the U.S. can be solved by people simply moving.
Wow. So yeah, that is a full-on conservative talking point. If anyone hasn't heard it before, it's that one's been parroted by so many different people. Like, hey, are you having trouble making ends meet? Maybe you shouldn't be buying the brand new iPhone this year. Yeah, maybe you should be figuring that out first, okay? Why are you spending all this money on consumer goods? Why are you buying clothes? Like, you fucking pores, just move.
I just watched your video. Again, no one disagrees that moving could be done by poor people and isn't sometimes a good idea. Nobody disagrees.
Yeah, people are saying Ben Shapiro in the chat, but that was a talking point. Not that one specifically that Destiny just said, but a very similar one, which was that, like, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem. Like, why don't you figure that out? Like, if you're having trouble making ends meet, get a better job. There's other jobs out there. I mean, as Destiny has said multiple times in this debate, there's more opportunity than ever before. There's more jobs than ever before. Why not just get employment is at an all-time high? Thanks to the app economy. It's great. Yeah. I mean, if you want temp work, if you don't want any benefits, if you basically want to work day in, day out. The great thing about the app economy, really, is that we never have to stop working ever. Ever. Like, as long as you don't have to sleep, I mean, hopefully you can find some way to get around that. You can just work until the end of days.
On.
Do you want to go over the video minute by minute? I can tell you every single thing.
Go ahead and hit me up with some claims. I understand if you haven't written them all down. If you need to review something, that's fine. But sure, I'd love to talk fucking finance. So go, hit me up with some claims that I made. Sure. You disagree with so much.
Yeah, okay. So the first claim that I would like to make, and I think you would agree with this as a consequence. We're still consequentialists here, right? We're still fond of it?
Yep. Rural utilitarian. That flavor of consequentialism is my favorite. Yes. Cool. What do we got?
Yeah, I've been born in on the act utilitarianism for some philosophy member came into stream.
Okay, go. What do we got?
We can share it. Okay. So, as somebody with public outreach, I usually find, and I think you would agree with this under most circumstances, that when we're dealing with an issue like systemic poverty or the difficulties faced by poor people when it comes to moving or differences in availability of jobs in certain regions, it's more important for us, I think this is important again, to not...
Winston, I don't stream on Twitch. I'm the Syrups. I'm different. If you're looking for the Serfs, yes, they will be streaming, I believe, on Twitch directly after a review of this debate. But there's no correlation between the Syrups and the Serfs. We do look similar, though. We both have that kind of decaying Brendan Fraser embalmed in a stew of his own juices. I can't even pronounce juices. Look.
Go on a screed about how you should kill yourself if you hadn't found a job, and how everyone who disagrees with you is a socialist LARPer tanky college student, but rather to address the institutional barriers in a way that actually could, meaningfully change something or bring up topics that might lead people to action in the future. Most of the video that I just watched was you directly impugning the intelligence and moral worth of people who find themselves in situations where they have trouble paying rent or can't move or something.
Okay, there are two parts to every discussion that we have. There are systems that we can analyze, but at the end of the day, there are individuals that live in those systems that you also have to give advice to. And guess what?
True.
The advice that you give in these two different realms are going to be exactly contradictory to one another. If I had a daughter that was going through school and she was like, man, I feel like I'm fucked because everybody in my class doesn't think I belong there. Do you think that I'm going to say, oh, well.
So I'm just going to make a prediction here. We're going to get to the class reductionist version, where I'm guessing he's going to accuse Vaush of not believing in intersectionality and just being a pure class reductionist, because that's what all lefties are at the end of the day. Like, we don't actually believe that racism exists without capitalism or things of that nature. Because, I mean, I've always said this. I've always been of the mind that, like, I think that capitalism will exacerbate a lot of these problems, especially when you create class hierarchies. But of course, like, intersectionality can exist outside of capitalism. And, you know, as an intersectionalist myself, I believe in solutions for today, because, you know, members of many marginalized groups are suffering today. So let's help them out, right? Let's do something in the here and now.
No, that's very true. You see, the system of education can oftentimes be slanted against you, and sometimes job markets will push you out. So just accept that and roll over and die. Of course not. You say, hey, there are shitty things in life that you have to deal with. Make the best of it. This is how you deal with it. You can give personal advice to somebody, or give advice even to an audience at large, while also acknowledging on a systemic or structural level, this thing is fucked against you. If you're poor in the United States, there's a million things that are more difficult for you. That doesn't mean you just tell everybody to roll over, die, and wait for Bernie Sanders to become president and fix them all with some top-down policy.
Well, you actually did advocate. You actually did advocate for people to kill themselves. So
the only time I said that was when somebody said it's impossible to. I go,
wait, dude, what? Wait, I sincerely want to know.
One of you speaks in hyperbole, who's literally banned from Twitch right now for suggesting that we bomb Israel. Okay, obviously I was being a bit hyperbolic, but when you're countering to me, it's hard to find a job when we are literally at the lowest levels of unemployment that have ever existed in the history of the United States. The U3 and the U6 unemployment are lower than they ever have been. It is possible to find a job. It is absolutely possible.
Okay, so you ran off a little bit there. You ran off.
Yeah, personal attacks again.
I have to say, I do wish. Do you remember when we used to speak in good faith? I haven't really changed my policies, positions, or rhetoric since we spoke amicably with each other 2 years ago.
But I hate lefties now. I hope they all get fucking banned after this new because it's.
Well, there it is. See, that's been it. That's been it the whole time. I've said this for so long. You know, I think we're just all getting lumped into the same little blob here. And it's too bad because there's so many different kinds of lefties, you know? There's so many, so many delicious flavors. Look at you. I bet in this chat right now, we got some anarchists, some anarcho-communists, some anarcho-syndicalists, some anarcho-capital. No, don't worry. I'm not going to fuck with you.
It's the new counterculture. The new Jordan Petersons and Ben Shapiros on the internet are the Kyle Kalinskis and Hassans and all the other brain-dead fucking LARPing socialist dipshits that come on here and pretend to talk about...
Pause it. It's Hassan, right? Hey, I'm going to say this again because I've said this on record numerous times. It breaks my heart. The whole thing breaks my heart. I wish they were still friends. I'm still vying for them to become friends again. And I know people hate that because it's like, no, never. No, this can never be. The union will never be rekindled. But come on. That's where this all comes from, right? Hassan has subsequently made Destiny lump all of us, everyone on the left, in the same group. And that's, I think, what started, I could be wrong on the timeline, the entire arc, the anti-leftist arc. But I mean, hey, if he wants to go after tankies, I'm fucking here for it. Fucking tankies suck, all right? They're lefty fascies. I'm totally fine with him going after tankies. But that doesn't mean that every single leftist is a tanky. Like, that couldn't be more wrong.
Economics or finance, I don't know anything about any of this, and it drives me fucking crazy to listen to it. Like this idea that if you're poor, it's impossible to move. It's stupid.
I have never heard anyone say that in my life.
Of course not, because at the end of the day, you hide behind irony and hyperbole.
No, wait, wrong person to talk to. I literally am very upfront about everything. I don't dog whistle. I don't hide behind irony.
So then let's go back to exactly what I said.
You realize you sound like an anti-SJW, right? Like back in the 2014
I am the only SJW left on the internet because all of you fucking morons left intersectionality behind for class consciousness.
Wait, whoa! I have
called it. Come on. Can we rewind it? Come on. I want to be on the record, all right? Fuck yeah. 1336. Yeah. Nostradamus. At it again.
Literally done videos on the importance of abandoning class reductionism and how intersectionality is. Why are you making these arguments against me?
Vaush, I believe you. You're right. You don't do that, okay? I'm taking some of my hatred for lefties out on you, okay? But I don't think you've done that, okay? So I'll give you that, okay?
Yeah. Whoa, that's so candid. Okay, well, that's nice. Everyone says that, like, you know, people don't actually completely admit when they're doing what they're doing. So that's great. That's fantastic. Credit to the syrups. I know. Fuck. Ugh, I don't get credit for any of this. Yeah, I'll tell the syrups about this whole thing. Thanks for watching the syrups, by the way. Nice to see like 700 people watching the syrups right now. It's a good experience for everybody.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of them Initially, I was I have watched everything you have done. And I am very much a part of the left. And I am very critical of the left. And it is one of the reasons why so much of the people in BreadTube and LeftTube hate me. And I have seen so much what you've done.
And I understand, but I went through a whole phase where all the fucking BreadTube roasted the fuck out of me because I implied that maybe racism isn't literally just an invention of capitalism.
I know. I am aware. I am completely aware of that. And the
that wasn't the only reason. But yeah, I mean, call a spade a spade. BreadTube can be a pretty toxic Reddit thread sometimes. I've seen people who have posted things completely in good faith on BreadTube and just be ripped apart, or like be called bourgeois. Like, how often, I don't know if I'm going to be stepping on toes here, but how often have people in here gotten flack, either online or from other members of the community for supporting Bernie Sanders, and them saying like, well, he's a democratic socialist, so that makes you a bourgeois piece of shit. I mean, you're going to be the first against the wall. We're going to get the guillotines out for you right away. Well, yeah, but like he's remarkably better than anything that came before him, or anything that may come afterwards. Like the gap between Bernie Sanders and the next like democratic socialist is like 30 or 40 years in human years. Like I just mean there's no one alive that's even remotely close. Like holy shit, can we not ameliorate the conditions for people alive today? And yeah, we'll work on all the other stuff, but holy shit, like. But he owns 3 houses. Did you know Bernie Sanders owns 3 houses? Did you know he owns over $1 million? Do you want this bourgeois parasite really controlling your lives? You're just trading one system of control for another. All right.
Context of that discussion left a lot of nuance on the table, and I wish I could have participated in that a little bit.
Sure. So let's back up a little bit, okay? So do you acknowledge that you can both say, hey, here are some things you can do to improve your life condition, well then on the other hand saying, systemically, this is why your life condition kind of sucks?
Yes, on the corollary then.
Whoa, thank you, Comrade Courtney. Man, the Syrups need to broadcast live on YouTube more often. Hello, Syrup Boy. I just finished watching Knight's DNC debates because I was in Wagey Cagey when it originally aired. I'm glad to know people with above room temperature IQ communicate. Are you talking about afterwards? Yeah. I don't know if anyone saw it yesterday, but there was a big lefty battle between Mike from PA, Dylan Burns, and then some Gushin gang and other people. It was a whole thing. I'll try and edit and post it. I'm sure the Sirs will do that. Fuck, this is confusing. I'm losing my own identity. This is ego death. I'm experiencing ego death in real time.
None of the video I watched from you seemed like a good faith attempt to give advice to poor people, and most of it seemed like you screaming about lefties.
Sir, sure. In that one video is an entire
awesome, sir. sir, please, sir. Yes, sir. Have some more, sir.
Your amount of work that I've done is most of my talking about poor issues. Wow, man, every poor person sure is a fucking moron. This was one video that had to do with giving advice to people that were not able to afford where they live, and the frustration.
You asked me to go the points over. I mean, we can talk about your general position. Sure, I normally think you're more reasonable than this. This video was pretty bad.
In this one specific video, I guess if you want to pretend like this is the entirety of my positions, I guess it sounded like I was just saying pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Is that what you want to hear for this one video?
Well, I mean, you specifically said we can go over the points of the video. So yeah, if that's the concession you want to make for the video, then I think that's perfectly applicable. If you want to talk about your general position, sure, but I really wish we could do it in a good faith environment because this feels incredibly antagonistic. For all the disagreement that you...
Wow. See, Vaush gets a lot of hate, and I gotta say, that little moment right there, very similar to the moments that he had with Mr. Carl Benjamin, otherwise known as that's great. Calm, collected, very, very rational. Yeah, that's hard. As someone who recently debated Count Dankula, and after about 20 minutes was on the verge of ripping my own hair out because of the circular nature of that entire discussion, over and over doing this thing, that's tricky. That's tricky.
You have had with broader left, I have still been one of the most tireless advocates for your worth in the general, doing good things, trans, gay people, whatever, making life better. And I'm speaking, I guess, sincerely here. I genuinely wish I could have conversations with you in that context, because what I've seen lately has just been...
You understand how fucking frustrating it is for me. I qualify the fuck out of literally every single fucking thing I say out to the fucking horse's asshole, okay? I don't know if there's a real expression, okay?
Oh, the horse's asshole. That's going on a t-shirt. Oh man, yeah, new expression. I don't care if it wasn't an expression before. That's an expression now. Holy shit! Look at me. I'm turning fucking red from laughing so much of this shit. The horse's asshole. All right. Oh, thank you, Shay Davis, for the $2. I appreciate it. The butter horse's asshole. Fucking right. Yeah, I gotta get that on a shirt. By the way, I got all these like Bernie Sanders shirts from this independent creator. This one's great though. It's Take My Energy one on pink. I'm quite fond of it. I need more pink in my life. I'll say that.
Qualify everything, but it doesn't fucking matter. I still get clipped out of context every fucking day of the week anyway, so why the fuck would I waste my time?
I do too. I second you and maybe ContraPoints. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the most actively misunderstood political content creators, certainly streamers out there. I understand and sympathize. I've had discussions with you on all of these issues. I have not been able to because of the secret Zionist cabal that controls Twitch. Maybe we'll be able to.
So if you know what my general positions are, okay, and I've had to deal with fucking LARPers, with frat boy dipshits, with all these other bullshit people.
Frat boy dipshit, I think, is Hassan. LARPer, I think, is American Johnson. Just because he told one of the serfs that one of the things he hated the most about anarcho-communists is that they're basically LARPing around because they don't understand the real world, and that they're just basically pretending that they have any kind of, rudimentary comprehension of economic theory or something of that nature.
People, if you know what my general positions are and you watch this video, does this really sound like, wow, Destiny's 180 on his entire positions relating to systemic or structural poverty in the United States? Or do you think, wow, this is probably more like an advice targeted towards like what can you do to improve your life situation? And it seems like it's probably massive. There are a lot of people.
I've been watching your videos for the past few months. I think your general tendencies are wrong. I'd love to confront you in a lot of the positions I know you would defend, rather than saying that things here were a little hyperbolic or maybe a little bit off base. Unfortunately, the DNC debates are just starting. Do you think, God willing here, do you think we could maybe talk a little bit more amicably or perhaps in good faith when we talk in person?
Not when I hear that you're going off on some fucking video.
I went to D-Lab to check it out, and there were some assholes talking about how the right-wing terrorist attack in Hanoi was a conspiracy by the deep state. What the fuck? D-Live, oh man, who knew? Who could have predicted that, eh? When you made a platform, and I mean, the technology aspect of it is kind of interesting, but you made a platform on blockchain, and it's basically anything goes. Freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, and it's propagated by Nazis. Because when I debated Count Dankula, the first thing he said is like, just so you know, this is going to be on D-Live. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, sure. That sounds fun.
And it's another fucking lefty that's found one video of mine to
It's
just
wild.
fucking screech about
I am
how
more
horrible
aware
my
of your
positions
content
are
than
on systemic
any
poverty when I've spent more time talking about it than any of you fucking people in this space ever fucking have.
I am
it's
more
really fucking frustrating
aware
it's nice
of
that you're
your
being amicable to me. It's nice that you're being amicable to me now, but that wasn't what you were like before I hopped on here.
Yeah, because you right now on stream infinitely more defensible than the stuff in the video.
Okay, so the first point we had was that
wait, the DNC debates are starting to. Wait, really quick. Okay, because we have to watch Bloomberg. Wait, who are you? Is it Bloomberg or Buttigieg or who?
I don't know. I like very lightly lean towards P, but I don't have a strong desire for anybody here right now.
Okay, you do realize that, like, while I go over your content, and my content is going over people's content, I have made an active effort of more than any other person not to misrepresent.
Listen, dude, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Your title is literally First We Shit on Destiny. Like, I'm tired of playing nice with you guys. Like, you're like the snakiest, lying, backstabbing fucks in the world. Like, you'll be like, oh yeah, Destiny, I think you're blah 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 blah. And then as soon as I hop off the call and you're on stream and I'm not there to confront you anymore, it's oh yeah, Destiny's so fucking stupid and horrible.
Yeah, no shit. I try to.
Yeah,
because when I'm having direct conversations with people, I like them to be in good faith so we can examine the underlying issues. And when I'm going over a video where you're screaming about how unemployed people should kill themselves, I'm going to shitting you for those positions. I think those are.
Well, let me know on how your genocidal rampage against Israel goes. How you want them all fucking nuked to death because that's what you got banned on Twitch for.
Is that a good faith retort?
You want them to nuke them all. You want them to die. You want all Israelis to die, right? Like I want all poor people to kill themselves, right?
Do you remember?
It's over 9,000. Oh, well, that accelerated quickly. By the way. Oh, sorry. For anyone who doesn't get the context of that, the reason that Vaush is banned, I think, permanently from Twitch was he made very inflammatory comments about Israel live on stream. So that's why he's permanently banned for the platform. Why Destiny chose this as a moment to go on a very, very deep personal attack, I'm not sure. That one escapes me. That one is beyond my realm of understanding of what exactly is going on here.
What I said about charitability that you're extending me.
Do you remember what I said about good faith discussion?
You literally, do you honestly believe that I'm telling all poor people to kill themselves?
No, but the rhetoric implies underlying attitudes you have towards personal responsibility and the plight of the poor. Obviously, I don't literally think you believe 2.5% of America should kill themselves. I do believe the sentiment is underlying. And if you want to criticize me for the Israel thing, sure. But are you really criticizing me for it, or are you just trying to deflect off what I've said about you?
No, I'm not deflecting, and I'm not criticizing you for the Israel thing. I think hyperbole is fun. I love hyperbole. I'm hyperbolic all the fucking time. You see what I did there? That was hyperbole. But what I don't like is when somebody else that engages in hyperbole takes a hyperbolic statement of mine and tries to analyze it through the lens of like this strict interpretation of like, oh, Destiny. I'm really taking issue with the fact that you told all poor people to kill themselves. I don't think that's very responsible messaging. I don't literally
think, and I don't think anyone watching my coverage of your video is going to think I believe that you literally want 2.5% of the population to kill themselves.
That's literally what you just said.
No, I think that the hyperbole expresses...
Oh God, sorry, I felt like I was there for a second. No. I got the parasocial relationship between me watching this, just like I broke right through. Oh, wow. Okay.
Underlying attitudes that you have. I can, if you want, I will go back and I will edit the video to be very clear over that segment. I will say, I do not literally believe Destiny wants to kill however many million people. I do believe this sentiment, even hyperbolic, still expresses problematic attitudes towards the poor. If you want me to go back and do that, in the interest of earnestness and good faith, I will happily do it. I thought it was implied, but if you want me to, I will do that. I have to get to the DNC debate. I look forward to seeing you.
I love you, buddy. Okay, be careful.
Dude, nah, come on. That's insincere.
He says that to everybody. He said that. He said that to the serfs as well. That's how the ending of every single one. All right, I just want you to know I love you so much, buddy. All right, I'm gonna talk to you soon. Okay, I gotta. Okay, bye. I love you so much. I love you. I really, really love you. Okay, yeah. Words have no meaning anymore. Lucid Nonsense, thank you so much for the New Zealand $5. That must be 10,000 Canadian dollars. I have no idea what the currency exchange rate is. I just wanted to let you know that I love you so much, so don't worry about anything. Man, these words have no meaning.
What? I do. I love you. We're going to hang out when you're here in LA. We're going to get something to eat. We're going to talk in person. We're going to have a debate. It's been fun, okay?
Let's make sure let's get the lunch before the debate, okay? So tensions.
We'll do it after. I'm totally chill, okay? Be careful, all right?
Yeah, bye.
Ooh, that's ominous. That's scary. I'm scared as the third person. I'm not being sarcastic. Like that's genuinely ominous. Like if I was Vaush right there, I would be like, ooh. Wow. Interesting. Be careful.
Well, I didn't expect things to end up that way, but holy shit, dude, he is really mad. I mean, I guess that's like the main sort of underlying... He's just really, really mad. All right, well, we've got a DNC debate to get to. That was pretty cool. Here, hold on. What the fuck? What site is hosting it?
Oh, wow. 20 minutes. That was an enema. That's what that felt like. That was I am cleaned. I'm fully flushed. Upside down. Thank you. Vaush handled that well. Yes, as well as anyone can. I mean, it definitely got into a pretty loud, screamy match, but man, wow. Yeah, interesting takeaways. My quick review would be that I think it's good that there's finally someone who got him to say, yeah, I'm bunching all of you lefties together because of an underlying hatred that I have with a frat boy and a LARPer. I think were the two ones called out. I loved it. Well, I don't know if anyone knows this. Apparently, Vaush is going to be debating Destiny in person, IRL, pretty soon, in March sometime. I think the Syrups will stream that live if you want that experience here on the YouTubes, or maybe we'll have to stream it afterwards. I don't want to steal someone's direct content as they're doing it live, but I certainly could do it afterwards. 14-hour stream and now this explosion. Political puppy, I don't know what's happening. Well, no, that was the Surfs. This is the Syrups. So thanks everyone for watching the Syrups. It's lovely to see all of you. If you would like to continue the show, I'm going to hand the torch off to the Surfs over at the Twitch. So does anyone want to go watch that? You could do so by going to twitch.tv/thesurfstv, and we can continue this entire strange experience. We have a lot of things to go over. There's a lot of news from yesterday. Hey, does everyone here like YMS, aka Your Movie Sucks? Because Your Movie Sucks is going to be coming on the show as well. I'm going to be interviewing Your Movie Sucks. See you in March? No, Ronald, come on, everybody, come. There's like 800 people watching right now. 800 organics. That's what happens if I come on YouTube. I should be doing that. I don't get these numbers. I mean, they don't get these kind of numbers on the other side. Oh, I'm so dumb. Sorry, I'm so done. I'm so done playing two roles right now. Yes. YMS. YMS is coming on. Come on, everybody. Come to twitch.tv/DeServsTV. Within 5 minutes, that'll start up. I think right now, Dan Three Arrows is on that channel. So just go to twitch.tv/DeServsTV. I'll see all y'all there. I love you all. That was immensely entertaining. And yes, I will watch the other video as well. I can't do this anymore. I'll see you there, fam. All right.